Welcome to the Series Sweep podcast, where I'm breaking down each and every single week of this offseason for the Los Angeles Dodgers. You can find us on YouTube on the Series Sweep. You can find me, Eric Eulau, on Twitter. That is at EEULAU. Same handle on Instagram. Quick reminder, we'll do this show in about 5 minutes. Last week was a little long. We're going to tighten it up. We're going to neaten it up. It's the offseason. Everyone's got stuff to do. I get it. It's not as sexy as the NBA right now. It's not the NFL, which is heading into playoffs. So we do it in about 5 minutes. Just a quick reminder, Dodgers, still your 2020 World Series champions. Just going to start the next few shows off with that because it's just great to look at. So, news broke today. LA Times reporter Jorge Castillo, and I quote, Turner seeks a 4-year contract according to people with knowledge of the situation. The Dodgers don't want to give him a deal longer than 2 years. We've talked about this in the last couple podcasts. Much has been written about it. It's Turner's last chance to get a payday. The Dodgers are wary of his age and how he's moved out in the field, especially at third base. Playoff performance aside, where he had some spectacular plays. Now, this is a negotiation, right? So there's two opposing views on what they think is a fair deal. Now, one side, and I'm going to break this down for you guys. I'm not a Mr. Business mogul. This is kind of it for me. Don't own any multi-million-dollar companies, but one side, they're over here. They want 2 years. And one side, the other side, they want 4 years. Now, if both parties, in good faith, actually want to make a deal, to negotiate, and meet quite literally halfway, if only there was a number between 2 and 4 that would satisfy both parties. 3. Now, would the Dodgers do a 3-year deal for $15 million, 45 over 3? I don't know. I don't know if they would. But I will say, for all those people that say make it 2 with a club option for the 3rd year, just stop it. That's not a 3-year contract. I would be insulted if I was Justin Turner if I got a 2-year plus a team option for the 3rd year. That pretty much just means it's a 2-year deal. So stop throwing out on Twitter, what about 2 years with a club option for the 3rd year? That's not an option. The Dodgers aren't going to take it. They're not going to take it. They're just going to say, no, it's a 2-year deal. We'll see you. Goodbye. See you. Have fun with your 2 years. Club option. Come on. It's ridiculous. Look at plans if the Turner deal can't get done. You have at the very top, that's DJ LeMahieu, 2-time batting champ, multi-time Gold Glove winner, multi-time Silver Slugger, of course, because he's a batting champ. Redundant. Come on, Eric. He's the expensive option. He's going to come. He's going to be, $100 million plus 4 or 5 years. That's the very expensive option, but that guy's a stud. He can play multiple different positions defensively, which the Dodgers love. You have the buy low candidate in Chris Bryant, arbitration, and then a free agent after next year. He's also a Boris guy, so yikes. Already got enough of those to deal with on the Dodgers currently. He's coming off his worst year as a pro, so that'd be a buy low candidate. Eugenio Suarez of the Reds, that's the smiley guy. He just looks super happy to be playing baseball. He's the most economical option. He's 66 over 7, and that 7th year is a club option. I believe it's either 2025 or 2026. I forgot to write that down before I started this, but he would be like the right down the middle, the equitable option. Chris Bryant's most likely a rental, and DJ LeMahieu, that guy is, if you want to go premium, that is the guy you go for. And I would love to see DJ LeMahieu as a Dodger. I think the Yankees are just being cute about it. I think they're going to get it done. They can't afford to lose him. I think they do need to hold on to him and stay as contenders in that AL East. But there you go. There's expensive, bargain bin, 1-year rental, and then going to have for multiple years. Guys had 30, 35 plus home runs last 2 years. A little strikeout heavy, Eugenio Suarez, but hey, plays third base. So those would be your options to fill the hot corner if the Turner deal doesn't get done. But who knows? We'll update you on that next week. Now, the reason they didn't even get something done is because the Padres acquired both of these guys. That's Darvish. That's Blake Snell for prospects. They still have, I believe, 4 or 5 or all 5 of their top 5 prospects still the San Diego Padres. So AJ Preller did an absolute number on this one with the acquisition. The Padres got a lot better. I mean, this was a huge need for them with starting pitching. So they bring in Darvish, they bring in Blake Snell. One quick moment. Just want to show you, this is a happy MLB pitcher cheesing for the camera, happy to start his pro career. This is a pitcher who got cheated out of World Series by the Houston Astros. Anyway, I digress. But, a lot of subjectivity going on with Twitter with the Padres and the Padres fans about how, they're the World Series favorites. And, on paper, you can make the argument maybe they're as good, maybe even better than the Dodgers. That's subjective, all those arguments. Let's be objective with this Padres team. Here's what they accomplished. Here's what they've accomplished so far. So far, the team with the most crazy fans I've seen on Twitter in a long time. So they had the second best win percentage in the NL last year. That was pretty good. That was pretty solid. Top 5 player, Fernando Tatis Jr. Top 10 if you want to yell at me, whatever. Okay, sorry, that's subjective. They have a excellent young player in Fernando Tatis. Sorry, they have a guy who could hit over 300 with 30 home runs in Fernando Tatis. They won a playoff game last year. They lost to 2 games to the Dodgers in the crazy Haley's Comet year. There's a 3-game playoff series. They couldn't beat the Dodgers. Why? Because they didn't handle their pitching. But they lost in 2 games to the Dodgers. Their manager, their greenhorn, their very young manager, so I'm getting subjective again, their very young manager got ejected in the first game of the playoffs arguing balls and strikes. And in that same game, they started an injured pitcher who re-injured his arm to the point that he needed surgery, Tommy John surgery after that. So I get it. They look great on paper, and I'm here for this rivalry. I think it's going to be awesome. I think both these teams are going to be excellent next year. But I need to see it for a 162-game stretch with this Padres team, or 120 if they end up shortening the season. Who knows? But that's everything you've done so far. You didn't even win a playoff series, a proper series yet. And I know that Snell and Darvish are gamers, and they've pitched well in the playoffs, taking out 2017 for Darvish, because I don't know what to do with that year with the Astros cheating. But I'm ready for the rivalry, but just remember that you guys have not done anything yet. Dodger fans, this took us years to build to where we were, or to get to where we were. A lot of failure. And I'd be personally pissed off if the Padres just roll in year 2 and win the whole damn thing. Snell and Darvish are great. They both had ERAs. They both, over the last 2 years, have ERAs like, I believe, over 3. I think Darvish last 2 is like 3.39 and Snell is 3.96. So 2 great acquisitions for the Padres. It's going to be very competitive, but this is the complete list of your accomplishments so far. So let's settle down on the World Series ring for now. My friends, I'll see you next week. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.